Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome back, or welcome if you are new. I hope you're having a fantastic day. It's time to dig into another in-depth candle review, and the scent we're discussing in this video is Bath & Body Works Mango Papaya Paradise. I have never tried this fragrance before. This is new to me. I'm not sure if this one has been around in the past, or maybe it's been renamed. I'm not the best when it comes to Bath & Body Works history, so I wish I could give you a little bit more in-depth information about the history of this fragrance, but unfortunately I cannot. The scent description just sounded really delicious, and like I said, like something that I haven't tried in the past, so into the cart it went. This was another blind buy for me technically, because I decided to purchase online for in-store pickup. I have found that that is a great way for me to save some money when it comes to shopping with Bath & Body Works, specifically for candles. I tend to buy a lot less when I purchase online. I think I just take a little bit more time to actually think about my purchases, whereas I tend to be a little bit more impulsive in store. So anyway, bottom line is this sounded delicious, and spoiler, it sure is delicious. I really like this one a lot. This and I think At the Beach are, I think they might be my top two. I don't know, there were a lot of really great fragrances that I picked up this last go around, but I really have a thing for mango, and this particular mango is just so perfectly sweet, so perfectly ripe. I love it. So let's go ahead and dig in. I'll go ahead and link it at the top of the description box. It is currently available online as well as in store. So if you want it, have at it. I'm gonna go ahead and start with reading through the fragrance notes and the description. I'll tell you what I actually smell, and then we'll get into the overall strength and throw, and then address any burn issues here. This one has had a slightly funky burn, I will say. Not unmanageable, but it's been a tiny bit problematic. We'll talk about that at the end, but let's go ahead and start with the fragrance notes. All right, so they say this smells like a tropical fruit grove. That is a great description for this one, I will say. The fragrance notes are succulent mango, golden papaya, and a warm tropical breeze. So what do I actually smell here? I think the very first thing that definitely hits me in this fragrance, both on cold sniff as well as post burn here, is that really ripe, juicy mango. Another thing that's really interesting about this fragrance is that this is one of those where it smells exactly like it does on cold sniff when I'm burning it. So sometimes a fragrance will really transform. Like you'll smell one thing when you first purchase the candle before you light it. Then when you go to light it, in some cases, it sometimes smells like a completely different fragrance. This is one where the cold sniff really mirrors the actual burning scent of the candle, if that makes sense. They are very, very much the same, and it's kind of nice to come across that every once in a while. While I do enjoy that transformation with some fragrances, sometimes it's just nice to know exactly what you're going to be getting. And with this one, I think the cold sniff is exactly what this smells like once I light it. Very much mango forward. There is a really lovely, juicy, but not overly sweet papaya note in here as well. The papaya smells really creamy, actually. The tropical breeze is kind of interesting here, because I feel like, to me, like tropical breeze kind of would imply that there is maybe a little bit of like a tropical floral maybe, or maybe a tropical green, or even a like salty ocean air type of vibe. I feel like this is a combination. Now, it's not the most prominent part of the fragrance, but I feel like it's a nice combination of a little bit of a like tropical leafy green type note, combined with a little bit of like that salty aquatic ocean air. but that's not at the forefront of the fragrance. Really what I smell more than anything is the mango first, that creamy papaya, and then in the background is a little bit of that green combined with that aquatic ocean air type note. So there's like a little bit of saltiness. And I feel like that little bit of saltiness kind of helps to tamper down a little bit of that sweetness that mango is definitely imparting into the fragrance here. Mango can be very sweet, and I do think for a lot of people it can definitely lean borderline cloying. Not in this one though. I do think that quote unquote warm tropical breeze, I think that helps to kind of balance a little bit of that sweetness out. Overall, this fragrance is juicy, it's sweet, it really is edible smelling for the most part. Really enjoyable, and honestly not terribly like exciting or new. Like there's a lot of mango in home fragrance. I feel like there's a good amount of papaya as well, but these two tropical notes are just blended really nicely. They've got a little something in the background that's kind of, you know, taking away a little bit of that potential of like the candle being too sweet with that tropical breeze. It's lovely. I really like this. I want more of it. I really do. It is delicious, you guys. I would highly, highly recommend this one for the fragrance. Now, Strength and Throw. I had a couple of people tell me that their experience with this one was extremely light. And that was disappointing to hear before I actually lit it up for myself, because I definitely personally purchase home fragrance because I am looking for, you know, more than just ambiance. I'm looking for the home fragrance portion, probably more so than I am the ambiance of a candle. And I'm actually really pleased with the Strength and Throw of this particular one. Now, it could be that I buy another one and it could be a dud, but listen, this one gave me an easy strength of about an 8. The Throw, oddly enough, it didn't travel super far, but I would still give the Throw somewhere between a 6 and a 7. This was more so a like candle that did really well in like one area of the house. Like it was really potent in that one area where I was burning it, but it just didn't travel super far. That's fine. I usually have 2 or 3 candles going at any given time, so I do not need one candle to fragrance the entire downstairs of the house. It's usually a minimum of 2 that I have going, like I said. So the back area of the house, if I'm burning this in the formal living room, the back part of the house is covered. I don't need this to take over everything. So I'm still okay with the Throw being a little bit lighter, because the overall strength, like when I walk into the area where I am burning this, is quite potent. So really enjoyable fragrance overall. And I think the Strength and Throw are still acceptable. I have mentioned in a couple of recent Bath & Body Works candle reviews that I've noticed the Strength and Throw improving again with these particular candles. I did have a period of time for, I would say, the last couple of years here where I noticed the Strength and Throw was a little bit more reduced, but they seem to be improving again. So I don't know, maybe Bath & Body Works are making some positive changes. I would love to know your take on that, especially if you purchase from the brand maybe a little bit more frequently than I do at this point. Let me know your thoughts about the Strength and Throw issues in the comments down below. Now let's get into the overall burn quality here. This has the skinnier wicks that have that like, I believe it's like a zinc core or something in the middle. These candles with this specific type of wick seem to burn really hot and also really fast. The last time that I burned this, I had it going for 3 hours, and I was just about at the halfway point. And when I went to go blow it out, because, you know, I'd noticed that about 3 hours had elapsed, the wax pool was all the way to the bottom. Like I could see the wick clamps. So this one was burning really, really hot. And And in general, I find that those particular wicks tend to do that. Also, those wicks get really long because the candle is burning pretty hot and pretty fast. So you've got a lot more trimming to do. I don't have huge carbon balls that form on these particular wicks here. There's some small carbon balls, and typically I just cut those off when I go to relight the candle. Let me give you guys the overhead view. Despite the fact that it's burning really hot, it's still had a nice clean burn. I don't believe there are any scorch marks, at least as of yet. And you can see that I'm pretty close to being done with this one. I am definitely well past the halfway point here. Halfway would have been all the way up here. Yeah, you guys, this is crazy hot. Now, this has been lit for 1 hour. This is what I get with a 1 hour burn. I think by the time that I get to the 3 hour mark today, I am once again gonna have the wick clips exposed at the bottom here. I don't know, it's just burning really hot. It's got some strength to it, and I think I'm getting that strength because of the high heat here, but I feel like it's almost a little bit too hot probably. So just be mindful of maybe not letting this one go for hours and hours on end here. You know, I think 2-3 hours is plenty. And this one also, I feel like, has been lingering really nicely in the air afterwards. So I don't know. I just think it's a good one to be a little bit more mindful of when you are burning it. Also, just one quick note about the label here. I don't know what it is about this particular label, but I absolutely love it. Those parakeets are so beautiful. It's just got the most beautiful tropical, it's almost like a vintage tropical floral motif. I don't know. I think it's so beautiful. So, this particular label I think is just perfect for the summertime. So anyway, let me know if you have any questions. If you're going to ask me about the candle pedestal, it is a Homeworks candle pedestal, and it is from several years ago. I wish I could link it, but unfortunately this one is long discontinued. Maybe Harry will bring it back at some point. Yeah. But as of right now, unfortunately I can't link that for you, but I'll let you know if it comes back. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful. I really appreciate you guys being here today, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.